Hi, I'm Julia and this is Julia at Home. Today we are talking about curriculum, in particular my daughter's Charlotte Mason inspired first grade curriculum. So if you haven't already, please go back and watch the video on our family subjects, as a Charlotte Mason education is really well-rounded and includes a lot of subjects, and so a lot of them are family subjects. So especially if you're looking for inspiration for Charlotte Mason, please go back and watch that video. It includes things like history, science, art, and more. So do that. This video is going to be about my daughter's individual subjects. So I'm going to jump in. I am starting with language arts. So we are continuing. You will have seen last year, and I've done other videos on this, foundations. We're still on B. We are moving through this very slowly, and I'm okay with that. She's learning to read. She's going to be in first grade. We're just plugging through. I am hoping we finish this and start C this year. So that is my goal. If we could finish this by the end of this calendar year and start C, I would feel like we're right on track. If it's a little faster or slower, it's not a big deal. So this includes reading and writing, but we are focusing on the reading in B right now. We're gonna start capitals. This does capital letters, and I just wasn't quite ready when we started this. She was definitely ready for it on the reading side, but I felt like we really wanted to solidify the lowercase letters, and we are doing cursive first. Feel free to go back and watch the videos I've made. I did a review of Logic of English's Foundation A. This is B we're on now. And I also, I might mention this in my Montessori reading video. So I will link below and up here videos that are relevant to this. But go check those out if you're interested. So I also, though, I'm doing another program with her as well, which is one reason we're moving kind of slowly. We are going to be starting Brave Writer's Quiver of Arrows. So this is a program that takes classic books that you would read aloud to the kids, and then they use them, they give you copy work and literary elements and grammar to discuss. So there are, I believe, I want to say 10 books in the Quiver of Arrows, and you don't have to do them in any particular order. And so since I'm doing Logic of English as well, I didn't want to overload us. So I just chose, I think, 6 of them, 1, 2, 3, maybe 5, to do this year. And there might be 9, because it might be, for the school year. But I chose 5 to do this year. And we're going to be starting with Charlotte's Web, and then we will be doing House at Pooh Corner, Mouse and the Motorcycle, Young Fu of the Upper Yangtze, and The Wheel on the School. So, and I just printed it all out. It comes in digital form, and I just printed the ones that we're doing out in this binder. So you can kind of see what it comes with each. There's 4 weeks for each book, and I'm going to be spreading it out over 2 months. So we'll spend approximately 2 weeks on each week in here, if that makes sense. And then it gives you things to talk about with your child. Let's see what to note. So it has that for each week. So like this one talks about capital letters, end marks, quotation marks, vocabulary. It tells you how to teach it, and like it gives you, if you were going to do it every day, what to do. I'm adjusting it a little bit. And then it gives you a French style dictation. Which, I don't want to go too much in depth in it on what that is in this video. But, so I'm really excited to use this. And at the end, it also gives you ideas for having a party based on that book. So I don't think we'll do a full-blown party. That sounds really fun if you had a group to do it with as well. But we'll do a little something probably. So that's part of our language arts curriculum. And I'm hoping, my goal is this is kind of what feels better to me, more fun. And so if it works for my kids, I'm trying to give them a good foundation with Logic of English Foundations. And then I'm hoping to just move on and be able to use more of these literature-based curriculums with them going forward. The other aspect of her language arts that I want to share is extra reading practice. Logic of English doesn't have a ton of reading practice in it, and she's kind of beyond where they are in that. So we are doing the little books that come along with it. But I also just got her a couple other readers because she's in the in-between place where she's not really ready to do chapter books. Like, she loves the Magic Treehouse series, but she's not quite ready for reading it herself yet, or she doesn't have the confidence to. She probably could slowly. But she flies through the early readers. So I got some more in between ones. So this is Rhonda's readers. I have some of her other sets, earlier sets. This is set 3, and it's in chapter book form, and it's just a little bit more difficult. And I also got some of the Frog and Toad. So kind of this level is, I feel like this is perfect for where she is. And then a little bit beyond that, I saw this recommended by someone, and I'm sorry I don't remember who, but The Adventures of Sophie Mouse. These look so cute, and they have, they're pretty big, relatively big words. Some of them might be a little challenging. I think maybe for later in the year. I just got one to try it out. This might be perfect. I kind of want to read it, so it just looks super cute. So, yeah, so I believe that is our language arts. I mentioned I will be reading aloud the Quiver of Arrows books to her. She doesn't have to read those. She's just going to be using them for the copy work and other, whatever we discuss along with that. For math, I am continuing on with my combination of Charlotte Mason and Montessori math. So if you want to know more about that, I did do a separate video on this topic. It's a little complicated. I also have a video on what's in our math basket, and that's pretty much similar to what's in that basket. She will be continuing on with her math notebook here that I got from Simply Charlotte Mason. We may end up having to get another one, but this year, depending on how fast we move, but I wanted to finish this one up first. So that's math for her individually. We are also doing the special math subjects that I mentioned in our family subjects video. So those are time, geometry, money. I think those are the big ones. Yeah. And we're also going to be touching on tangrams when we do ancient China, but I'm not doing a whole extra thing on that. But so we'll be delving into those things a little bit too, but those are family subjects and not necessarily something I'm going to focus on in her individual lessons. A few extra things that she has individually. So one is we're going to be starting piano lessons for her this year. Not with me, with an actual separate piano teacher. I feel like I want them to do more music, and I am not succeeding in getting them to do it myself, and I'm not a trained music teacher. So now that she's 6 and going into first grade, we felt that was a good time to get her started. I want to give them options in instruments, and she was kind of between guitar and piano, and so I kind of pushed her towards piano because I know that guitar can be especially hard on your fingers, having done it before, and this particular child does not like it when things are super challenging, and so I felt like the pain initially before you get the callus on your fingers might just set us back a little more than I wanted to. Just it was a little too much. And we have a keyboard, and I do want to get a piano in the future. I'm hoping to find I hope to find a nice used one that we can incorporate into our home. So yes, she will be doing piano lessons, hopefully once a week. We are currently working with a music school to connect us to a teacher that's the right match for us. And then she also has started already horseback lessons, which she's so excited about. She loves horses. She's been asking to take lessons for a while, and I've been holding her off until I felt comfortable. And I found a really small barn somewhat nearby. It's about 20 minutes away, which isn't a big deal to us, but it's just a woman who teaches lessons for the love of riding and teaching and horses, and I think that's fabulous. It's not like a really stressful show barn situation, so it's really, really perfect for her. And she's also learning to care and groom for the horse and muck out stalls, and I think that's just an amazing part of it as well, because my thought is if you're going to be riding them, and if you just love the animals, then you should really learn to care for them and what that entails. So she's doing that, which is physical exercise, a whole lot of life skills, a whole lot of social skills. I'm so excited for her. Her first couple classes, she was just like beaming the whole time. So that's amazing. The last thing I want to touch on are life skills. Now, I'm hoping to put together a life skills binder for each child. I have some ideas in my head of kind of what I want them to learn before they leave my house, so that they can be functioning, people in society. things like basic cooking. Hopefully they'll know a few meals before they leave, how to basic cleaning, do your laundry, things like that. And then for kids, she's still at the age where she needs to learn to tie her shoes, which I meant to do last year, but again, baby and morning sickness, so it didn't happen. So tying shoes, braiding, things like that are all going to be incorporated. We're going to be doing some chores. We have done some chores, but I'm trying to make it more part of our rhythm and routine. And also handwork is something that I'm working with each child on individually, because they have, they're not at the point yet where we can really, they really need one-on-one time, and they're interested in different things. So it's possible that when they're older that we might all do the same project as far as handwork, but I'm not feeling that for right now. So she's expressed interest in some sewing and some knitting and such. So I don't supposed to have a specific time for it right now, because I feel like we just do it more during the winter. So I'm going to try to work it in then. And then for cooking, we started getting the radish kit, and she's been working on that. And so as the school year goes, I'm trying to encourage her to do at least one recipe a week from her radish kit, or she can go back do an older one or a different recipe if she wants to. But just trying to get her once a week to do a little bit of cooking. It could be a dinner, or it could just be a snack or a lunch or something. So I believe for this next week that's coming up, she has chosen a chimichurri steak sandwich with potato salad, which I'm really excited about. It's from the Argentina Radish Box, and I will also link them below. I really like this subscription, Radish Kids. I'll link it, so it's sure on there. And this is not sponsored or anything. I just really like them. Those are all the subjects that my daughter will be doing individually. And again, if you haven't, go back and check out the family subjects video. I am really excited for this year. I love this age, first grade. She's 6 turning 7. I love learning along with my children. So I think this is going to be a really sweet and exciting year. And hopefully you'll join us on more videos and follow along what we're doing. If you liked this, please give me a thumbs up below and comment if you can. Comment if you have any questions or you want to see anything in more depth. I would love to show you what you want to see. And until next time, I will talk to you later.